Welcome to Spiedel's California Minute. I'm your host, Catherine Zidane. This week we're talking about what factors into a taxpayer's tax rate and how it can add up. Spiedel's 2024 summer tax webinar covers topics tax professionals are asking about, including maximizing business tax credits, understanding the tax treatment of rental property, Section 1031 exchanges, and more. Sign up for morning or afternoon sessions at caltax.com under webinars. Recently, articles have appeared online claiming that California's new top tax rate is 14.4%. It's important to be clear that the claims made by these types of articles are misleading at best. The tax brackets themselves have not changed, and we will take a look at which factors contribute to a taxpayer's total tax rate and how it can add up. California's top individual income tax rate is 12.3%, which was added along with the 10.3% and 11.3% rates in 2012 with the passage of Proposition 30. In November 2004, voters passed Proposition 63, the Mental Health Services Act, which is funded by imposing an additional 1% tax on individual, but not corporate, taxable income in excess of $1 million. Effective January 1, 2024, the State Disability Insurance, or SDI tax, which is currently set at 1.1% for 2024, will apply to an employee's total wages rather than being capped at a specified amount. For 2023, the maximum wage base that the tax could be applied to was set at $153,164. The elimination of the wage base essentially amounts to a 1.1% tax increase on wages above $153,164. So for a taxpayer earning income in excess of $1 million, they'll be subject to the top bracket rate of 12.3%, plus the 1% mental health surcharge rate on income over $1 million, plus SDI tax of 1.1% applied to wage income above $153,164. The tax rate for taxpayers with wage income below $153,164 has not changed. Regarding the 1.1% SDI tax increase, for most wage earners, the increase will be unavoidable. However, there are some alternatives. Corporate shareholders have two options to minimize the impact of this tax increase. First, the shareholders may want to consider increasing their distributions rather than their wages, as long as their compensation still meets the reasonable compensation test. They'll also want to factor in the impact this will have on any IRC Section 199A deduction. Second, sole shareholders may opt out of paying SDI taxes. Under California law, an officer of a private corporation who is the sole shareholder or only shareholder other than their spouse may elect to exclude themselves from SDI coverage for contributions and benefits by filing EDD Form DE 459, Sole Shareholder Corporate Officer Exclusion Statement. The exemption applies only to SDI and not to federal or state unemployment insurance taxes. Previously, many shareholders who could have opted out of SDI coverage chose to pay the SDI tax because the amount of the SDI tax was cheaper than buying disability insurance on the private market. But now that the wage-based cap has been removed, this may no longer be the case. Also, employers may want to consider establishing a voluntary plan. Instead of participating in the state's disability insurance program, California allows employers to offer a voluntary plan as long as the plan is pre-approved by the California Employment Development Department. This option could be beneficial for businesses that have lots of highly compensated employees or large numbers of employees and very few disability claims. Although the SDI tax is funded solely through employee withholding and will not result in an employer's costs being directly increased, offering a voluntary plan will enable employees to keep more of their wages and may indirectly lower an employer's costs. This is because they would not have to offer increased wages to counter the reduced take-home pay and could stay competitive in the labor market. Spiedel's California Tax Letter is a monthly newsletter that will ensure both you and your clients are up to date with California tax law changes. You can get subscription details and download a sample issue at caltax.com under Publications. That's all for this week. Join us next time for another episode of Spiedel's California Minute.